What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today's video, I'm gonna put the pry bar away. I don't need that. But today's video, I've had a lot of you guys ask me, yo, Eddie, is that gold truck yours now? Like, I thought it was Nick's. Like, what's going on? Why do you keep driving it every day? Do you like it? Did you sell your Ram? Is that like your daily? Because I don't see your white Ram anymore. Guys, I'm not selling this Rammer. This Rammer just, well, sits here in the air conditioning and just hangs out on a battery tender because it's a little warm outside. It's 85. Actually, 85 is not that bad. It wasn't. It was like really hot today, like 90. And I know some of the other guys in like Texas or Arizona, like 90, really? It's 120 down here in Phoenix or whatever. That's why I don't live in those areas. But, so no, I didn't sell my truck. I'm not selling my truck, but I am selling my wife's Jeep. If you guys want a Jeep, come get a Jeep. Because we don't really, she doesn't need it no more. She's not gonna use it. She doesn't use it. So there's no point of having it, really. And for you guys asking me on the sand car, I'm still doing some work on it. We're right now swapping out bolts pretty much everywhere. So it had like rusty, no, but some like rusty, dirty. Some, you know, right here, fuel rail, the intake, you know, in here. We changed them, you know, just cleaning it up. Like right here, this one, these two had rust on them. So just the little dress up stuff we got. You know, we got some valve covers, billet valve covers. We got some billet oil catch cans. We got some AN fittings. Where are my AN fittings? We replaced, you know, instead of some of the cheap stuff, we went full AN fitting. So it's black, matches everything. You know, little dress up. Got some billet mounts. This is the power steering mount. Shout out to How Performance in Lakeside. He's got all kinds of nice billet stuff in there. Doing some organization with nuts and bolts and Allens. And the shock mounts, I mean, look at this. So he's got a black nut, gold washer, chrome here. This is a different size. He's got, this one's actually not bad. This one's pretty clean. But I don't want to put that there because I think black would look better. The one I pulled out, if you guys notice, look at that. It's full of rust in there. So we're running black ones. I'll show you here with black washers and black nuts on them. Look at that. Now that looks much better just because there's really no like chrome. I think the black with the Cerakoting, I think it just looks better. You know, we put this one in right here, see? That looks better. We have to pull these off though, get these repowder coated. Get those repowder coated. You can see here the finish is kind of coming off, so we're gonna redo that on these King shocks. But that's not what the video's at. The video is about this Rammer. So let's go out. We'll talk about the Rammer. I'll tell you guys my pros and cons about this third gen Cummins. Here's the Jeep that I was telling you about for sale. I don't know where she went. She took it somewhere, but you know, she literally, I think we've put since we've had it for I want to say 3 years, and I think we've put like probably 10,000 miles on it because, well, she just mainly lets it sit here. It sits on a battery tender. I'm gonna go wash it, you know, clean it up. But it's been a good Jeep. Other than that, no issues, no problems. You know, it's got a winch on it, got some KC lights, Fox shocks. It's got a little lift, nothing crazy. Like I said, nothing too fancy, too crazy, but it's been a really good Jeep. But the only reason why she purchased this was because I had or have a 2-seater Can-Am. And well, I can't put the kids, you know, or we can't pretty much go as a family anywhere. Perfect example. There she is right there. She's driving. She drives that Mercedes all the time. So there's no point. But like I was saying, so because of this being only, well, you can't see it, but this only being a 2-seater, there was no room for the family to come, you know, hang out. Look at this thing. Boy, she looks good. Or did I say hang out? To drive with me, basically. So when we would go somewhere or say to the hill, there was nowhere or no room for them to sit with me. So now that I got the sand car, there's really no point of her taking the Jeep because now it's a 5-seater. So I can fit, you know, the whole family in there. Her and the 2 kids. Now we're good to go. So she don't have to drive the Jeep. So now she's really not going to use it. The thing's going to sit. So there was no purpose of us having that. Especially because we don't go to the hard pack. We don't have a motorhome, so, you know, we're not gonna tow it behind it. And we don't go like, you know, cross country or round trips or anything like that. So now it's time to get rid of it. But this is Goldilocks right here, guys. So I gotta say, Pros and cons about this. There are way more pros to this truck than there is cons. Pros, I gotta say this thing does have a DPF back kit. So if you guys follow my Instagram at Eddie's Life, you've heard this thing. It sounds good. Towing, Sting tows great. It's got power. I mean, you know, it honestly feels like, and it's probably because of the transmission, because this has a 68 RFE, feels like it's faster than my 19 Ram 3500. I mean, this thing gets up and goes. Now, fuel mileage, you know, I get like 20 miles per gallon. Does great for fuel mileage. Con, and this is not really a con. Well, it is. For me, it's a con. The front end on this thing, the steering component or whatever it is on these third gens, this thing is all over the place. So I've heard a lot of people say they do the fourth gen swaps on these, because this truck, when you drive it, it's just like, everyone's like, what the heck? I drove, I'm like, dude, what's wrong with this thing? Like, this is scary. I found out it's very common on these third gens. So not really a crazy con, you know, it can be fixed. But if you guys buy one that's bone stock like this, you got to put a little money into it for it to be, you know, for you to feel comfortable, especially when towing. Because when towing a trailer, the front end, you can feel it kind of walks a little bit. So it's a little sketchy. Now, another con about this specific truck, and I'm sure you can get them bigger, I'm not sure, but this back is a little tight back here. It's not, you can tell, it's not like a full 4-door. It's sort of like, there's your main door, and it's not a quad cab. I'd call it a crew cab, but it's a short, you know, door right here. Instead of it being full like, you know, my Ram, it's a little smaller. Another flaw, and again, guys, this is not really, it's not really a flaw. It's just, that's the technology. This is a 2009, so it does not have Bluetooth, doesn't have CarPlay. I don't even think CarPlay was around in 2009. So what I'm saying is, if you guys were to purchase one of these are the things that, you know, you might want to upgrade, having CarPlay or having Bluetooth. Believe it or not, it does have Sirius XM radio. So I do have satellite radio on this thing. It's got heated seats. It's got an exhaust brake, a single exhaust brake. You got your 2-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low. Leather, you know, very nice leather. I mean, it's a really nice truck, guys. And this is my daily. I really enjoy driving this thing. Besides, you know, the front end being a little like, whoa, a little scary, a little squirrely. It drives really good. I really enjoy driving it. If you guys saw my video, I actually hooked up a flatbed, like a lowboy trailer, to this truck. And the forklift that I pulled was about 12,000 pounds. A trailer, they said, was about 6,000 pounds, all metal. Dude, this thing, and it was overweight. I mean, that was a bumper pull, mind yourself. It was a bumper, it was not a gooseneck, because this does not have any fifth wheel or gooseneck prep package, or even, I don't even know if it came with it, but did not have that. This thing pulled it no problem. I mean, stopped perfectly fine, had tons of power. Exhaust brake, you know, worked awesome. So I will say it squatted. She was a little squatter, but it towed amazing. I mean, I was really impressed with this thing. You know, being a third gen, and with technology, has came a long ways. This thing did an amazing job at pulling all that weight, that forklift and trailer. There's not a lot of cons to this truck. I mean, besides, you know, it really, the only thing that changed was technology. It's still a 6.7 Cummins. You know, I understand mine's got a little more horsepower, a little more torque, but this thing books it. I mean, it scoots right now. And for 2009, I think this is an amazing truck. The only thing, like I said, the main con, if you get one, ask them, have you done anything to the front end, upgraded it, done anything like that? I know CJC has a kit. That's what I'm probably gonna have to do on this thing, because it is squirrely. That's the thing that you will not like on this 2009. All right, it's hot up there. Now we're back in the garage. Oh, that's good. So, like I said, guys, now if you've had a decision on, you know, picking a newer Ram, of course, I would go with a newer Ram. You know, it's nice, you got the technology, you know, it's stiff, you got power. I mean, you've got interior, you've got electric steps, which you can add that, but I mean, I would go with something like this, depending on what you guys are looking to purchase. So if you can go with something like this, I would go with something like this. If not, if you want to stay in the older range, you know, that 09 range, or 8 or 06, you know, that 5.9, that's awesome. So it all depends on what you guys want, you know, and what you can purchase, you know, what you feel comfortable purchasing. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you get something, you know, you want to Ram just for work, that 09 kick butt, that thing will work. it will pull, it will do an amazing job at what you need it to do. And you put some airbags on it, put some bigger rims, bigger tires, that thing will do amazing. Even the gear ratio, what's cool about that is that thing's a 373, where like I want to say it was like the 15s, 16s, I think they went to like a 342, which that's what I really like about the Rams is they went, even with my truck, they went to back to a 373, which is awesome, until you put 37s on it and ruined the gear ratio. That was stupid. The only reason I did this and lifted it, because the company told me, yeah, they got gears for this thing, because I hate lifting trucks and not re-gearing it. The truck just does not pull the same, transmission doesn't feel good, and this thing is 3 years old now, guys, and it's still nobody has gears for it. Everybody I call, they're like, well, we can get it for you for the 2500, but if you have a 3500, we don't have gears because they went with 11.5 ring gear in the rear. They made it bigger in 19 and 20 and 21 and so on. Nobody has a kit for it yet, because I would like to put some 430s in this thing that will take me a little more than a 373. It'll put me like at a 389, which I'm okay with. I don't want a 410. 410 is a little too much. So I think a 383 will be just perfect, you know, because when this thing was bone stock, man, it towed so good. I mean, it was just beautiful. This thing now, the shift point, instead of it saying being this long, it's like this long now. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. So, you know, Yukon gear and axle, that's who I like. That's why I use. Can you hurry up? Please, please come out with some gears for this truck. I'm waiting over here patiently. Also, for my desert guys, somebody tell me, would you guys run these in the desert? Why does this car have these? And I finally figured out where I've seen these. I see these always on Funkos. I don't know why. And I've seen like 2 different styles. I've seen where they have like this little mohawk just right here, and then here and here it's like smooth. But I don't know, would you guys run these, or would you go? I was thinking with the Sand Tires Unlimited, the STU with the 3 ribs. So I know this video is kind of about like buggy and truck, but for you guys, if you have these sand cars here in East County, the guy, my desert guys that follow me, what the hell? I mean, these things are just, I don't know if I should run them or not. So let me know, guys. But we got a lot of things coming. Oh, wait till tomorrow. You'll see it on my Instagram. We got something awesome coming for the dash and those switches over this. This whole thing is gonna look amazing. It's gonna be completely different. So stay tuned for that. I'll do a video on that. You guys know I got some LS content coming, but yeah, you'll see it. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like this video or have any questions, hit that thumbs up and comment down below. And if you didn't like it, hit the thumbs up anyways. Doesn't matter, don't hurt you, just hit it. Hit it, there you go. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.